Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Pretty Black Women Feel the Pain as Black Men Walk Away. Let's get right into it.
I just want to come on here and be real with y'all for a second. That, like, I know we joke around and kiki on here, but, like, there is a part of the single life where, it's not all glitz and glam and whatever. Like, at times, sometimes, not all the time, this shit is very frustrating. It gets annoying, especially if you think you found someone and it's not your person, and then you have to put yourself back out there, be vulnerable again. It is annoying. It is frustrating. Sometimes you want to break your damn phone. You want to delete the apps. You want to block the numbers. Like, you just don't want to do it, because especially if you've been single for a long time. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. So yes, it comes with the freedoms, but sometimes this shit is cut to I
I think single life in general are just better for men. I think black women have become independent and undesirable. And now that black men have walked away, they're like, oh, wait, it's hard. Yeah, it's not easy being single as a black woman, especially if you're over 30, you know what I'm saying? And she's learning out the hard way, but a lot of black women are. She's not the only one. There's more black women have discovered that when you're dating over 30, if you don't got somebody right now, it ain't going to be easy. Okay, let's see what she has to say and we'll respond to it.
So, do you have any kids? Yeah, I got a 16-year-old. She'll be 17, going into her senior year of high school. Oh my God, that's great. Congratulations to her. Yeah, and my son, he's about to go to high school. Oh, you have a son. How old is your son? Oh, my son is 14. My son is 14. Yeah, he's about to go to Simeon. Oh my goodness, congratulations to your son. Yeah, my 9-year-old, she want me to take her to see, Little Mermaid. Oh, you have a 9-year-old. Okay. Yeah, I was married for 7 years, recently got divorced. And the 9-year-old and the 14-year-old, yeah, they're from my wife. Oh, so your 16-year-old is from a previous relationship. Yeah, and my 1-year-old. 1-year-old? You have 4 kids at 40? Like 3 different women? Check, please. So,
It's so funny that she says that, because if I said that about women, you got 4 kids at 30, you know what I'm saying? At 40, it wouldn't be that rare. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, she's not the only one that discovers when you're dating in your 30s, you're going to have people that have kids, and are they the most desirable people? I guess in her point, she said, check please, they're not, okay? And another girl discovered this. She's not the only one dating men that have kids, okay? Let's see what she has to say and we'll respond to this as well.
Ladies in our 30s who do not want to date men with children, how we feeling? Because it's getting harder and harder. And I would like to know from women who don't and have switched to now they do, why'd you switch and how's it going? And for women who do date men with kids, like, what is that like? Because, okay, here's my reasons, and they're very selfish. They're extremely selfish, okay? I'm a very selfish person. I'm an only child. I have lived alone for the last 7 years. I just like to do my own thing, right? And so I love having a partner, and doing things with them. But like the thought of my partner having to put somebody above me, it bothers my soul. And you have to put your kid above you, because if you're dating me and you have a kid and you don't put them above me, you're a deadbeat, and that's disgusting. So it's a very like
Does this argument sound familiar? She literally just made the men's argument why men don't want to date single moms. And I said this before. I've made this exact argument. Single moms, your kids come before us. And I understand that, because that's your child, right? I'm just a guy in a dating pool, okay? But why would I want to date a woman who's going to put somebody else's legacy before mine's? If it's my children, okay, you put my kids before me, I get that. Even though I don't get that, realistically, the parents come first. Daddy comes first. Daddy gave you those children, okay? Those children didn't give you daddy, all right? But she's making the argument for us. And, thinking about it in reverse, I understand what she means. Yeah. If you have no kids as a woman, do you want to date a man that has kids? That's a question you're going to have to ask. I guess if he's future, you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? But if he's just a regular guy, it might be an issue. All right. But let's see what she has to say. We're going to continue to respond because I think it's very fascinating. A woman is now making our argument.
I would have to date a man who's a really good dad, like a crazy good dad, because that would be the only thing that's attractive to me. But at the same time, for you to be a really good dad, I have to come damn near third, fourth in line, right? Because your baby has to come first. Your baby mama definitely has to be up there because she risked her life to give you a spawn. You need to treat her well. Then you have to take care of yourself because you can't be a good dad if your mental is all over the place. And then comes me. And that's just not going to work for me. So, yeah. But then I was talking to my aunt today and she's like, you really need to get rid of that. You see this? This whole set. Anyway, I was talking to my aunt and she's like, you really need to get rid of that because that's just not a good reason. And the older you get, the harder it's going to be. And I'm like, okay, but... Oh, and then she was like, plus that kid isn't yours. Says who? You think I'm going to have a child around me and not treat it like it's mine? Of course I am. Which is another thing. I don't want to do that for a kid that's not mine. And again, I'm very aware how this sounds. It's very selfish. But I would not be able to just be around a kid and just be like, not my responsibility, not my job. I don't want to form an emotional connection with them. Of course I will. I feel like dating a person with kids, you turn into dating their whole family. And now you're part of their, you know what I mean? I don't know, stepmom. I grew up in a blended family. I did my time. I don't know. But I was just on this new dating app. Don't ask. It's not worth it. So it doesn't matter. But on it tells you if people have kids, if they want more kids. And every single man has kids and wants more. Nothing sounds worse. I'm so sorry. Nothing sounds worse. But except for this pimple. This pimple might be worse. Ladies in our 30s.
It's so funny because I think she's an attractive black woman, right? I hope it looks like that's her natural hair. I mean, fire, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's mixed with something. I don't know. But she's an attractive. If you even half black, you black. Okay? Even if you part black, you black. All right? The one blood drop rule. Okay? But I think it's interesting because she made our argument and then she went on to say, it's not really worth dating someone that has kids. And then meeting someone that has kids that wants more kids is nothing sounds worse, right? That you're going to be stuck with them, okay? And listen, lady, if you become a single mom, understand now. You understand what we're talking about, okay? You can't go back on this. You can't switch it up. Because some women be saying, oh, if I was a man, the first woman I'd want to date a single mom. The first person I want to date would have to put me fourth. I want to date someone. If I'm a successful man, I want to date a single mom because I want to come forth in her, her needs. Doesn't make any sense. People don't understand that kings back in the day, I was reading King David, First Kings in the Bible today. And King David was cold. He was cold. He was, oh man, I'm cold. I'm cold, man. So he went and sent his servants. He got his helpers, his servants. He was like, go fetch me a virgin to warm me up. For real, this is in the Bible. He said, go fetch me a virgin to warm me up. Yeah. Okay? We don't even have that no more, right? Who could go get you a virgin to warm you up when you cold, all right? Anyway, shout out to the Bible, the best book ever written, the greatest book from the first century and the only book from the first century. Anyway, I'll continue on. So dating for women has a lot of complications over 30, okay? They don't want to date men with kids. Even dating's hard for them because, hey, look, they want to just fall into something. They like having somebody, but they don't like to become vulnerable over and over and over again. Okay, and this girl kind of makes that same kind of suggestion. Let's listen to the story and then we'll respond to it.
Dating in Atlanta is a trip, especially when you're over 30. I started talking to my neighbor, and this is where the story gets crazy. So we ran into each other a good bit on the elevator, and eventually one day we just exchanged information. I have these wind down Wednesdays with my friends, and so I invited him to one. He had a good time, and so there was the day that I wasn't having one with my friends, and we just decided to have one here. I guess he doesn't really drink wine because he fell asleep on the couch, but it was fine. We have a grill in our complex or whatever, so he like made me a steak dinner up there. We've had like little interactions, you know, around the building that we've had fun. Tell me why the last time I seen this man is like Christmas. And that was when I was giving him and his dog like Christmas presents. It wasn't anything major. It was just some stuff from Five Below. Like, so it was matching like person and pet socks, and this dog on the socks looked like his dog. It was just cute. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get these. And then it was like a little chew toy for the dog because he's teething. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've run into him like in the building and I said hello and I was like, hey, you know, how's it going? And he was like, me and the dog really enjoy like our gifts and, you know, it's like, okay, but like, now what? I don't know. It's just like, do y'all, like, what is up with that? Dating in Atlanta.
What is up with that? I got him and his dog some socks. Shouldn't we be hooking up? Shouldn't we be together? You seem kind of entitled, huh? You want something? Yeah, you bought somebody a gift. Wasn't that just a kindness of your heart? Weren't you just being generous? A lot of women don't understand this. Look, when the shoe's on the other foot, okay, when they get to experience it from our vantage point, you know, dating is very interesting, right? You have to deal with people who have to put you forth in their line of priorities, to deal with people who, if you do a kind gesture for them, they won't reciprocate, okay? That's what it like. When you turn 30 as a woman, it's almost like you're dating like a man now. Now you get to see the world through a man's eyes. In fact, a man, when he gets like 30, 35, he starts to see the world through your eyes when you were 18 or so, okay? The roles reversed, okay? The one who gets the power now, the man, we have the power. And I know women are upset about this. I understand it. But if you buy somebody socks for Christmas and you haven't seen them in the last 2 months and you want to be with them, just tell them, I want to be with you. A lot of these girls trying to drop hints. Don't drop me no hints. Don't give me and my dog no socks. Just tell me you want to be with me. You want me to clap them cheeks. You're going to take care of me. And I might consider it, okay? Men are reasonable. We might consider it. Anyway, talking about reasonable, here is an OG woman giving some game, okay? Giving some game to the young girls on how to date over 30. She's just telling you what it is.
You're over 30. You want a real relationship. You want real phone conversation with your guy, not just a chain of text messages asking what you're doing. Hello, gorgeous. You're over 30. You want to be able to express your feelings, your thoughts, your concerns when needed, not send angry messages on social media to get his attention. You're over 30. You want both love and sex to be something special, something meaningful. Not something you jump in and out of with a man who don't see your value, nor does he see your worth. You're over 30. You want a bond filled with trust and honesty, not constant trust issues, insecurities, abandonment. You're over 30. You want a partner, a best friend, a man who genuinely loves you, respects you, a man who is responsible with your heart and your soul. Not some unemotional, unavailable man who goes around manipulating and hurting women as a hobby. No, this man won't be perfect. There is no such thing. But he'll be the perfect man for you, which means if his good outweighs his bad, it will be well worth it. You want a good man, a real man, who puts you as a priority, not an option. You're over 30. Anything less than that shouldn't be tolerated or accepted. Remember, you're over 30. Be smart, day smart, choose wisely, that nation. And remember, I told you.
Yeah, she told you, 30-year-old woman with her Chanel hat and her hoop rings, okay? She told you. She even got Chanel on the chain. Chanel on the chain, man. She got Chanel on the chain. Anyway, I think about this, right? Like, women do have some tough boot camp style, like, pink pill dating coaches. I think they call it the pink pill. But then there's still the soft dating coaches that still tell them nonsense, okay? Like this girl, okay? Attractive girl, Jessie Wong. This is not the first time we've seen her on our page. She is a habitual offender of making these dating videos of black women in their 30s. But let's listen to what the advice she gives to young women if they're going to become 30 or if they are 30, and then we will respond. We will respond.
The media loves to make it seem like if you're single in your 30s, you're going to just die this cat lady. But let me tell you something. Dating in your 30s is the SHIT, baby. You know what you want You know how you want it to be. You know what you want the man to look like, sound like, dress like, act like all the likes. You get it. You've been through it. You can see the red flags coming. You know what it is at this point. And at the end of the day, in your 30s, you're wiser. Your frontal lobe has developed fully. You're just mentally, physically, energetically, spiritually, so much more in tune with who you really are. It's just a different world. It's a different world. So if you are lucky enough to be single in your 30s, you can find a partner for life because you have done the work. And if you're in your 20s, if you're in your teens, and you feel like there's some kind of biological clock, you know, the clock is ticking and ticking and talking, baby, work on yourself. Work on yourself. Do the inner work. Get therapy. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Fall in love with yourself before you find someone out of desperation or out of whatever the hell. The media loves to make it.
You know, it's so funny because this is so interesting to me. I just told you that story about King David, how when he was cold, he sent for a virgin. These women are talking about how, you know, you got to love yourself. Forget about what King David wants. Forget that the king wants a virgin. You know what I'm saying? It's what you want, right? You know the man, you know how you want him to smash, you want him to love you and treat you. That's what's important, that you been ran through, so now you know how you want to be ran through. Your cheeks been clapped so many times, now you know exactly how you want your cheeks to be clapped. And that might be appealing to you if you feel like you control the world, you control life. But I got news flash for you, baby. You don't control it. Neither do I, okay? A lot of these things are out of our control. They're just by nature. That's just the way it is, okay? And we could try to recreate the world. We could try to recreate how life is supposed to be. Or we could just learn from our ancestors, okay? We have a lot of wisdom that people just ignore. I don't, okay? I told you, I read a book from the 1st century, the Bible, for a reason, okay? Because it is what I believe to be the truth, okay? And beyond that, there's a lot of wise lessons about business, about relationships, and the Bible actually warns men about women. Not the other way around. It actually warns men about women. And I'm sure to be warning men about women like her. Okay. Either way, some women do agree with her. Some women do feel like they're living that life. Okay. Yeah, I'm 30 and I'm getting treated this way. I'm getting treated that way. Men want me and they on me so hard. And I'm going to let this girl tell her story. And we're going to see if we agree with her.
Did I get flued off for a second date? Yes. The reason I got flued off for a second date is because the first date went so well. And this is not new news. My close friends on Instagram get all the tea as it's happening. But now that the cat's out of the bag, I feel like bringing it to TikTok. Met that man in Atlanta. My homegirl had came in town from Chicago to Atlanta. And so the whole weekend, we was going to be outside. My hairstylist and her sister ended up telling me, go to this place called Rocksteady. They had just been there. They said it was a vibe. The men was in there. So we like, okay, we finna go to Rocksteady. We didn't realize that we had skipped the line and walked right up to the door. And that man was behind us like, oh, when women look like that, you let them right in. Because the security was telling us, y'all got to get in line. But once he said that, they let us inside. We go in, end up at the bar line, and we end up running back into that man and his friend. Long story short, because I'm going to put the longer story on my YouTube. But for TikTok, long story short, we end up getting in line at the same time at the bar. He end up getting the drinks. We move away from the bar, and we vibing. I'm talking about the dancing is dancing, okay? But my friend wanted to walk around for a little bit longer, so, we had to part ways. Y'all, let me show y'all where this man saved his name in my phone as. But because my friend was in town, I didn't end up connecting with him that weekend. I was trying to wait for my friend to go back home. Y'all, why I call this man and he don't even live in Atlanta? Why the people you like don't live in your city? But anyway, child, the man ended up having to come back like 2 days later, back to the city. And so we went on a date. And I'm thinking, okay, that's going to be it. That was cute. That was fun. But he don't live here. Y'all, not me getting flued out. It's the energy for me. Did I get flued off?
Not you getting flued out. Not him flying a girl out. After the Puffy case, that's trafficking, baby. And you trafficking first class. That is an expensive charge. That's an expensive felony. I wouldn't do it if I were you. She's not worth the felony, man. But hey, maybe she's telling the truth. She's enjoying the life. You know, first class not some place you could just play around with. So she really was in the very front row of first class, which to me is not the best part of first class. The best part of first class starts with the second row. I like the second row. You know what I'm saying? Maybe up to the last part of first class, the fourth row. Anyway, there's other girls enjoying being 30. Okay, there's other women who enjoy being 30 years old and dating. Let's see what she has to say. She's one of them.
Being in your 30s is like an awkward age because you can be out with nephew now, or you can be out with aunt now. I'm currently out with aunt and his friends, and guess what? Aunt them come prepared. He bought me a stainless steel cup, champagne, and everything else that I need to have a good time. I love it here. I don't know, like, I'm only 33, but my dating age group is like 45 plus. I just love it. I love how the 45 plus treat me. But I am open to dating somebody my age if they treat me good.
Think about that, right? So look, and this is what I try to tell men all the time. We age like fine wine. I believe her. She's probably enjoying a 45-year-old man a lot more than a 20-year-old man, okay? We can't say the same. We don't enjoy a 45-year-old woman more than a 22-year-old woman. No way, Jose. I'm sorry. I know. I mean, are there exceptions? Absolutely, because there's some obese 22-year-old women, and there's some extremely fit and extremely gorgeous, right? 45-year-old woman, okay? But both of those things, you know, don't have to be mutually exclusive. Okay, you could be young and amazingly fit, and you could be old and out of shape. Okay, either of them. You know what I'm saying? Either or. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my point is, a lot of women have decided, you know what? You know, we could do something with this. We in our 30s, we could do something with this. Okay, and I'm not mad at them. All right. Another girl is actually complaining about the backlash she gets from talking about her relationship because some women are unhappy that she's, you know, having a good time dating in her 30s. Let's see what she has to say, and we'll respond.
I think I'm about to stop posting about my relationship because it just opens you up to people psychoanalyzing 30 to 60-second clips and trying to tell you about your relationship. And I get it, ain't nobody's fault but mine, because I thought I was coming on here kikiing and being open and authentic, but it is not the case. And I think my mom blessed me with such beautiful genetics that people often forget that I am a 34-year-old woman. I've been on my own since I was 18. You know, I'm real grown. I'm the same bitch that called off an engagement because I knew that it wasn't serving me and I knew I wasn't going to be happy in that situation. So I've never been the girl to stay in a situation that is not good for me, that isn't going to serve me, and that's not going to be for the benefit of me. Okay? I don't even feel like I need to defend my fucking relationship to people on the internet because it ain't nobody's goddamn business but me and the person that I'm with. I just thought we was kikiing. But I am with a very white man, very, very white man, who I know that there's going to be some cultural things that he's not going to get and I'm going to have to explain. That's the choice that I'm making by being with him, knowing that. And anything that I posted on the internet is because a real conversation with the man that I'm in a relationship with has been had. You think that the way I get on here and cuss people out, you think I'm afraid to say this to the men that I'm sleeping with? No. So before you like start
okay. So look, she's a swirler. It's all right. She's a divester. It's okay. I understand it. So look, some women, they're over 30. And by the way, this lady, she is a content creator. I've been realizing a lot of girls I've been reacting to are actually content creators. You know, that might not be a good thing at some point. But these content creators, I guess they express their lives to their audience, and their audience critique them, and they're critiquing her about a relationship with a white man. Which, by the way, she mentioned something I thought was very interesting. She said that she has no problem speaking and talking up to y'all, so that means she has no problem talking up to the man she's sleeping with. Which, one, indicates two things. One, she's sleeping with the white man, which, all right, okay, you got another body girl now. We know you know what I'm saying? That's how you bang. Okay, that's cool. But then on top of that, you're pretty much saying that you could backtalk him and he's going to have to take that. See, I understand that there's some issues that white people don't understand, but I think you don't understand this as well. A man don't want to date a woman that's going to have to try to tell him and put him in his place. See, that energy that she's thinking about where she's going to have to correct somebody, the reason why the black relationship and a white man relationship might not work, because you ain't going to just finna tell no man whether he's white, black, Indian, Asian, how he's supposed to feel. It's not that he's going to go along with that, right? Unless he got to be liberal, democratic from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, he's just a straight up beta, right? And those, maybe either of those things are not desirable, okay? I think personally that, you know, these women, they get on here and they talk so much that they got this, they got that. So I'm saying, let me investigate this girl. What's she talking about? Okay, she don't look like she's 34. I give her that. She looks a little younger than 34. But I'm like, what's her body looking like? Okay, I went to a page and I did find a video of her body, okay? And I will share it with you, okay? I will share it with you. And by the way, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
Hey y'all, I'm fucked up, but this is what I look like. Am I giving body? I got a little fupa, but like, ain't nobody ever complained about it. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is what I look like. Hey! Hey, you didn't know.
Whoa. I won't lie. She got something.
This is what I look like. Hey! Hey, you didn't know I had that much ass, did you? Oh my god!
No, I did not know. I did not know you had that much, okay? These videos, women look so different depending on if they got a weave on or not. Like, they look like different people. Like, this doesn't look like the same person, does it? It doesn't look like the same person, but you know what? We can't tell from these videos. That's why dating on dating apps is so hard, because, you know, you look a certain way depending on how you frame the picture, okay? And if you don't put yourself in the entire frame, I don't know how you really look like, okay? So she's 34. She dates men outside her race. She got a badunkadunk. She said she got a little bit of fupa. Nobody say nothing about it. Lady, see, men, we're kind, okay? You understand this about men. We're gentlemen, okay? We're not going to say nothing. We're going to think something. I'm going to think something, because I've been with women like this, but have six-pack abs. That's what women don't understand. You got some real competition out here. I've been with women that got ass like this, but then I'm looking down like they got a six-pack. Whoa, okay? And I even fumbled some women like that, okay? And it hurts to fumble a baddie, okay? But it happens, okay? If you're going to deal and play this game of dating beautiful women, it's going to come and go, okay? But my thoughts is this, right? All these women, okay? They're dating over 30. They have all these different issues, right? Her issue is she can't date a man of the same race. Another girl's issue is the man has too many kids and she wanted to be a priority in your life. Black women, you know you can't come before the purpose, okay? You can't come before the purpose, okay? And I know you're upset that a man, his purpose might be to be taking care of his kids, his family, and you don't want to come forth to that, okay? But over 30, I mean, it's hard to put a woman over 30 as a priority. I'm just trying to tell you, it's just hard to do that. I'm not saying you can't do that, but you can't come with, lack of cooperation. Okay? One of my good subscribers, Mr. He always says this. He's like, if a girl's over 30 and she's single, it's because she has a horrible personality. He says, not all the time, but 99% of the time. And that's actually a good way to describe it. But think about what makes a horrible personality. Okay? What makes a horrible personality? I say this, right? I submit this to you. That a woman can only behave based on how she thinks. Right? Thinks about herself and she thinks about the world, her relationship to the world. So, for example, if a girl is a brat, it's because she's entitled and she believes that her behavior should be excused because she's a woman, or because she's young, because she's small, whatever. She thinks her behavior should be excused because it's her. But she also wants privileges, right? So she wants people to be biased towards her, right? And don't do any biases against her. How convenient. So it's based on their understanding. So for me, a girl with a great personality, a girl who feels like she has to offer value to the world. Right? Remember, King David sent for a virgin. He didn't say go look for some older woman, that has been used and ran through. He didn't say that. King David sent for a virgin, right? King Solomon had like 12 wives, right? Okay? And they were all virgins, okay? And I'm not saying this to shame the fact that our society has devolved, into and debauchery, right? I'm not saying that, that I'm not a victim of it too. But women, we need to get the message out sooner than possible that this lifestyle that you've been living, this, single lifestyle, this hookup culture lifestyle, who is it really serving? It's serving the men. Because there's not a single man who got stoned to death in the Bible because he wasn't a virgin on his wedding day. But that's what they did to the women who weren't virgins on their wedding day, okay? The simplest thing is that. Because girls told me, this one girl, she said, you want to make sure that, he knows what he's doing and he messes you right. Like this girl here, right? She says, you know exactly how you want to be smashed. She says, you know exactly how you want to be smashed. Can you imagine that? How attractive is that? If a girl's telling you she knows exactly the type of D she likes. Oh my God. I get some of these things should be kept silent. We shouldn't have to hear this from women. We shouldn't have to hear this because it's like, this is why we're walking away. Because you guys are bragging about stuff that you should be really quiet about. Okay? I don't come out on here talking about a bunch of stuff I shouldn't be talking about. Okay? We're addressing the issues. We're addressing the problems. There's a lot of stuff I don't address. There's a lot of stuff I let that be for the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't come on here. You know what I'm saying? I think about this all the time. And so when I'm making these videos and we're discussing these topics and, women are chiming in, what I want you to know, what I want you to take away from all this, right? Man or woman, what I want you to take away from all this is that we're living in a fallen state. We're out of order. You got to know that this is out of order. If you want to know if things are going right, I'm going to tell you they're not. Okay? And it's forced men to walk away. It's forced men to do something different. Even me. Even I'm abstaining, right? I'm literally like abstaining from relationships in a way. Right? I'm not emotionally available for real. Because there's so much to consider when dating someone now. Right? Do they got videos out like this? Do they do this? Do they do that? They've been ran through. Like, there's so much to consider. This girl's so happy she got a fatty. She don't realize that we will, pump and dump that. You know what I'm saying? And her man could be pumping and dumping right now. People begin on the internet swearing their relationship is the best, blah, blah, and before you know it, they end up breaking up. She said she was engaged. And she called off her engagement. A man proposed to her and she called it off. But now she's on TikTok making videos showing you ain't know I had all that ass. Listen, man, and all this, all this is the hypnotic socialization and demoralization of America, right? It's all hypnotizing people, right? You know what I'm saying? As a woman, value the size of your butt, right? Rather than your character, who you are as a woman, right? Virtually, the norm is to be ran through as a... Can you imagine that? The norm actually is to be ran through as a woman. That's actually norm because you're getting ran through in high school. You're getting ran through in college. And then you get ran through after college. There's 3 stages women go through of getting ran through. Not all, but it's common. It's common for girls to hook up with guys and sleep around in high school. It's common for girls to hook up with guys and sleep around in college. It's common for girls to hook up and sleep with guys after college. 3 hours of 304ism. And you tell me we're not in a fallen state? We're not in a fallen state? Should I just stop making these videos? Is this all a lie? Every day I wake up and I have more and more content and I'm saying to myself, when is this going to end? When is this going to end, right? And the women are telling on themselves, but they don't know it. That's how it's so confusing because you could be in the water, but you don't know it. You could be running towards a cliff, but you don't know it. Because there's things you know, there's things you don't know, and there's things you don't know that you don't know. There's things you do know that you don't know, but then there's things that you don't know that you don't know. These women don't know. They don't know. They ain't supposed to do this. That who's ever coming after that white dude, even though, yeah, you got nice body, nice this, nice that, but I want to let you know this, baby. I'm going to say this the most honest way. Everything you got, a girl 10 years younger than you got to. And you know what she got on you? That you don't got on her? Less mileage. Less trauma. Okay? Because if you catch a girl in her initial stage where, okay, she's hooking up with mad people in high school. If you catch her in college, okay, you could break her off out of that, you know what I'm saying? That stage, possibly. But if you catch them after college, when this is where the girls are over 35, you have to, as a man, you have to accept mad people, people like me that clap their cheeks. You got to accept that. I look at all these girls in my mind. I see them, some girls that I hooked up with that get married and stuff. I think to myself, like, damn, he got to deal with the fact that I changed her the way I clapped them cheeks. I changed her. There's a man out there that your girl walks different because of him. Do you understand how, like, this is why it's hard for me, because I used to be that guy. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not ruining anybody's wives anymore. And this is, you know, it's just unfortunate, because whoever you end up with, like I said, if I was one of the people on their hit list, you better make sure your game is right. You better make sure your D game is right. Okay? There's one place that women don't lie. And I know people say, oh, I be faking, and people be faking stuff. If you ain't doing a good job in the bedroom, I'm telling you, you gonna know. You gonna know, okay? That's the most honest places girls are, you know what I'm saying? And she might be fronting about it then, or I don't know if she, I don't know. In my personal opinion, I don't see beautiful, my eyes rolling behind their head and stuff like that, and shaking, and stuff that I thought was so performative, but it's real, right? Because I'm having a good experience, but they're having like a really good experience, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And this is what I'm trying to say for us, you know, and I'm going on a long rant about this, but, you know, what the hell? You're at the end of the video. For us as men, you know, women pretty much all have the same equipment. Like, women talk about this WAP and this WAP. There's not, you know, the biggest difference between women, this is where her big butt comes into play. The biggest difference with women is, you know, how they look nude. You know what I'm saying? So a girl with a fatty like that, you know, she might look good nude. Now on her, she said she got a food bust, so she got like a lot of, you know what I'm saying, movement over here in the stomach area, you know what I'm saying? That's not so exciting. You feel me? That part is not so exciting, you know what I'm saying? But bent over, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, leaning on the fridge, you feel me? She gonna be alright, you know what I'm saying? Leaning over the bed, she gonna be alright, you know what I'm saying? Laying on her back, maybe not so much. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge. Listen, and it's fine that it's that way, you know what I'm saying? No one's perfect, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to have a perfect body, but just know the competition. There's some girls that got perfect body. I want people to understand that. There's girls that look good on their back and on their stomach. And if you're a high-value man, that's what you want. You want the best of the best. Like a woman, she wants the best of the best. She wants a top 1% guy. A rich guy who got money, who could buy cars, who could buy cribs, who could probably even buy a boat or rent a boat, all right? I don't want to get into it, you know what I'm saying? But if you're 30 as a woman, you know what I'm saying, this is the life you're probably living. And as men, I feel like we're just entering our prime. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.